गाथारे झरई तुम्हारी कृपा धारा आकुल प्राणर व्याकुल गाथारे झरई तुम्हारी कृपा धारा मो आखि लुहारे सकते की प्रभु मो आखि लुहार सकते की प्रभु पारुनी दरादे हृदय जिणी पारुनी दरादे हृदय जिणी आशा दीपाली मो जाले प्रभु तुम आशीर्वाद पथ चाही चाही आशा दीपाली मो जाले प्रभु तुम आशीर्वाद पथ चाही चाही आशा हे प्राणेश न करी निराश बंदन थाली मो सजाइछि आशा हे प्राणेश न करी निराश बंदन थाली मो सजाइछि बसिछि अनाई तुम पद जुग सारा गरे देवी बंदाई बसिछि अनाई तुम पद जुग सारा गरे देवी बंदाई तुम कृपा फूल फूटे झरी पड़े तुम कृपा फूल फूटे झरी पड़े श्री पयर नीरे देवी धोई श्री पयर नीरे देवी धोई सार हे मोरा जनम प्रभु हे सार हे मोरा जनम प्रभु हे तुमरे अमृत परस पाई आशा दीपाली मो जाले प्रभु तुम आशीर्वाद पथ चाही चाही आशा दीपाली मो जाले प्रभु तुम आशीर्वाद पथ चाही चाही निराश अंधारे झुरी मोरे नीति निराश अंधारे झुरी मोरे नीति प्रीति फूल फूटी मौलई आशा दीपाली मो जाने प्रभु तुम आशीर्वाद पथ चाही चाही आशीर्वाद पथ चाही चाही जय गुरु
जय गुरु। एड़े दरदिया किए लो साजनी एड़े दरदिया किए लो साजनी बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे इड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी इड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे कहीं के जानी से सुर सुनी कहीं के जानी से सुर सुनी मरमे विरह घरे मरमे विरह घरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे इड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी दर दिया किए लो सजनी बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे चिन्ह चिन्ह मोते लागे से सुर चिन्ह चिन्ह मोते लागे से सुर आसिले कि सते प्रियतम मोर आसिले कि सते प्रियतम मोर मन पराण बंधारे सजनी मन पराण बंधारे सजनी तांकरी सोहाग प्रेम डोरी रे तांकरी सोहाग प्रेम डोरी रे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे एते एड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी एड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे
This call will be recorded. This call is no longer being recorded.
बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे कही दे मोते की बुद्धि करीबी कही दे मोते की बुद्धि करीबी बंधु पद तले की मधु ढालीबी बंधु पद तले की मधु ढालीबी तिलकी चिउणा होई गले परा तिलकी चिउणा होई गले परा रसराज ऋषि बसिबे दूरे रसराज ऋषि बसिबे दूरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे इड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी इड़े दर दिया किए लो सजनी बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे बंशीर सुरे मन मजुरे भल पांति से शुभ धन वासा भल पांति से शुभ धन सजसे थाळीर साईता सुबास सजसे थाळीर साईता सुबास सरधा थाळी रे सुवाद परसा सरधा थाळी रे सुवाद परसा सुंती कळ
बंधन मोचन पूजा बर गुणहीनाम शेष गुणाधिपति भव भीरुजने सत संवरद प्रणमामि गुरुं शिव कल्पतरु प्रणमामि गुरुं शिव कल्पतरु।
नमो 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 प्रभु नररूप धारा नमो 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 प्रभु नररूप धारा जगत गुरु हे देवा जगत गुरु हे देवा वेदांत भास्कर जगत गुरु हे देवा वेदांत भास्कर नमो 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 प्रभु नमो 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 प्रभु ब्राह्मी स्थिति समाहिता आहे जगी सारा ब्राह्मी स्थिति समाहिता आहे जगी सारा कुंचित कुंताळा कुंचित कुंताळा मारुचिरा कुंचित कुंताळा मारुचिरा नमो 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 प्रभु नररूप धारा नमो 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 प्रभु नररूप धारा प्रेम सारा देवा कृपा परमारा प्रेम सारा देवा कृपा परमारा अरुण ज्वाला
आयुरा
नयना जुगा
भक्त ज्वाला
नमो 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 प्रभु नमो 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 प्रभु तुलसी माला चंदना दुर्बाबिल्लो दाला तुलसी माला चंदना दुर्बाबिल्लो दाला सुशोभिता अंगतावा सुशोभिता अंगतावा अति मनोहरा सुशोभिता अंगतावा अति मनोहरा नमो 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 प्रभु नमो 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 प्रभु नित्यालोकेश्वरा हे पूज्य गुरुदेवा
नित्यालोकेश्वरा हे
पूज्य गुरुदेवा जुगे जुगे तुम्हें सदा जुगे जुगे तुम्हें सदा गुरु अवतारा जुगे जुगे तुम्हें सदा गुरु अवतारा नमो 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 प्रभु नमो 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 प्रभु काळो सकळंकानासी बर जगतारा काळो सकळंकानासी बर जगतारा जीवोत्थरी बापाई जीवोत्थरी बापाई धरा काळे बारा जीवोत्थरी बापाई धरा काळे बारा नमो 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 प्रभु नमो 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 प्रभु जय गुरु परमेश्वरा जय गुरु परमेश्वरा जय गुरु परमेश्वरा Jaya Guru Jaya Guru Parameshwara Tava Pada Padmira Tava Pada Padmira Adhuni Kimpaya Tava Pada Padmira Adhuni Kimpaya Namo 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 Prabhu Nararupa Namo 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 Prabhu Nararupa Jagata Guru Deva Jagata Guru Deva Vedanta Bhaskara Jagata Guru Deva Vedanta Bhaskara Namo 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 Prabhu Nararupa Namo 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 Prabhu Nararupa
Joy Guru, Nikama Upadesa, Building the Future. Oh dear boys and girls, you are the only prop of all hopes and expectation of the nation. You endeavor to dispel follies arising out of ignorance. Acquire vitalities during student life through self-control and tapasya. Be energetic. You have to lead the country. The nation reposes so much of trust and hope. Don't poison your future due to the lure of momentary pleasure. Instead of becoming burden on the country, prepare yourself to elevate it. The vast field of action is waiting for you. Don't spoil your precious future in thoughtless and childish animation. If the society does not cooperate and help you now, try to achieve the goal of life on your own. Be armed with self-reliance, self-control, tolerance, and vivacity. Let the country be glorified again by you. Be a sage on the land of sages and seers. Enlighten the country, becoming knowledgeable and virtuous. Imitating others blindly is a sin. To depend on others is equal to following an animal instinct. It does not look decent in the country of poor and downtrodden to live in luxury and extravagance. In this impoverished country, countless people die of hunger. Many people go naked or semi-naked due to the want of clothes. Many people succumb to ultimately death due to lack of proper treatment. Several people remain illiterate due to lack of minimum education facilities. The people of this country live like daily laborers and suffer an ignoble and humiliated life. At this critical juncture, have you demarcated your duties? Oh, so much of luxury and extravaganza, so much of rejoicing and enjoyment, hat, coat, tie, watch, goggles, like motor car, and so many things of luxury. Do all these things look nice in a hungry and deprived country under foreign rule? By this you only insult and mock at your own countrymen. In no way it makes you great. Rather, it proves your inferiority. Oh dear students, you remove slur of the national life. Fulfill the need of the country with your ideal and moral character. Be the seekers of truth. Let your life and character be built on self-control and tapasya. Let your spirit of sacrifice and detachment blossom forth. This is the real philosophy of our national life. It is indeed our real national education for which India was one respected by world community. This Bharat has perpetually enriched the world with her gift of knowledge and human values. Bharata never expected anything in return for a contribution. But due to the loss of the glory, we at present face erosion of our own identity and fail to maintain our prodigious distinction. O sacred-minded boys and girls, you are the embodiment of hope and aspiration of the country. Be strong, talented, healthy, vivacious. Live long by observing the principles of brahmacharya and accomplish the welfare of the society. Be disciplined as brahmacharis. Swear to obey and observe the principles and instruction of the scriptures. You will then see that long life, that strength of body and mind, that health and happiness, that celestial life has been regained by you. Vyasa, Vasishtha, Balmiki, Jamini, Patanjali will again be born in every home. In human baby, all the age-old ideas and impression of the previous birth lie dormant. He is unable to express his thoughts due to underdeveloped limbs and tongue. But all the feelings remain latent in him. He tries to express joys, sadness, anger, and all such feelings such as lack of tool of expression. He wants that all people of the world would love him. Love is such a thing, other creatures are also eager to get it. The divine feelings are generally present in the human child up to the age of 5. He experiences it in slumber. It is very much like realization of truth in the state of samadhi. The races which are heading speedily towards ruin and destruction are indulged more and more in birth control. They adopt artificial methods of birth control to accelerate the extinction of races. They become instrumental in the hands of the god of performance. In addition, it necessitates that people of this country should possess the strength of character, self-control, the spirit of service and sacrifice. Otherwise, the life of long worship and meditation will go in vain. Those who resort to sensual pleasure, selfishness, jealousy, and hypocrisy reap no good results. Compassion, forgiveness, simplicity, and humility are extremely essential to those who like to tread the path of the truth. Do unto them what you expect from others. Everything can be achieved by taking shelter under truth. Joy Guru.
Joy Guru. Minutes of the last session पढ़िबा जय गुरु निराचल सारस्वत संघ पुरी अमेरिका सारस्वत संघ इफ्लैंड नॉर्थ कैरोलिना 975th Sangha Puja session report. Date September 14, 2025, Sunday. Time 7:15 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, first session, and then 9:45 a.m. to 11:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, second session. Palia Adyasa, Thakur Prasad Bhai, and Biswajit Mehra Bhai. Adhivasa Puja was held on September 13, 2025, and it was at like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adhivasa Puja was started with Stota Mandana, then Sangha Sevaka, 15th year, second part was read, and then Mahapurush Stota Sangha, Vidya Pratana, then Jai Guru Kirtana, and closing Vasan. Sangha Puja first session was held on September 14, 2025, 7:15 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The morning session of the puja was started at 7:15 a.m. with the Pratikya songs by Smita Baima and Rasmima. All of the devotees joined the puja either at NSM or via teleconference. At 7:30 a.m., Sanujit Bhai offered Arati to Sri Thakur. After Arati, Supit Bhai sang Bandana and Stuta Bandana along with other Bhais and Mats. Then Pallavita Ma read Sri Thakur. Guru Gita was 34. In addition, Braj Bhai led the reading of Paricha Patra, Samrani Prarthana, and Bhakta Nivasa Nirmana Prarthana. After that, Deva Bhai read Sangha Sevaka, 19th year, third part, Bandana, Prarthana, and Prarthana Karingopati. Following that, Biswajit Bhai invited Sri Thakur for the Balya Bhoga. Second session puja and all Bhai Mahaj and Engas went for Balya Prasad and to attend the second session Sangha Puja. The first session puja was concluded with Jai Gunama Kirtana. After the first session, Bhoga was offered to Sri Thakur, and then all Mahaj Bhais and Engas friends had Balya Prasad at NSM, and then Asana was closed. Second session was started at 9:45 a.m. And second session of the puja started with Abahan song, Nayana Moniki Moro Nayana Re Rakhibi, and Jete Dekhutile Tumo Rupo Thani Mone Hue Puni Dekhiva Pai by Vrindavan Bhai and Devashish Bhai. The curtain of the Natamandir were opened after the singing of Bhava Bandhana Mochur by all devotees. Linama sang Bandhana. After that, Satavai read Nigam Upadesa, page 93, self-control, the basis of education. Then Priyambadama read minutes of the last Sangha Puja held on September 7, 2025. After that, Swatama read Nilachal Thakur Nigamananda, page 228 onwards till 236. Then Ramabhai narrated the summary. Then Bhai's Mahaj, they did the Smriti Charan for sacred memorial tribute to Nursingha Panda Bhai, followed by 1 minute of silent prayer for salvation of the departed soul. After that, Gyana Bhai sang Prarthana Sangita, Mote sei raijoku nei jao tume premodoro bandi. Then it was followed by the question and answer session conducted by Gyana Bhai. Young husband session started with Prarthana Sangita sang by IC. Sriyama conducted YA session, and they had very good discussion about Thakur Nigamananda for young readers. Adyasa Biswajit Bhai, Bhai and Thakur Prasad Bhai then performed Bhavaganima, followed by Nimantran to Sri Thakur for Madhyana Bhoga and evening Nitya Puja, and invited all Mahaj Bhais and young aspirants for Madhyana Prasad. Yukta and Sisil Bhai invited Sri Thakur, all Bhais, Mahaj and young aspirants to the next Sangha Puja to be held on September 21st, 2025. Then Thakur Prasad Bhai begged for forgiveness to Thakur and all Mahaj Bhais and younger aspirants, and the second session of the puja was concluded by Bidaya Prarthana, sang by Biswajit Bhai, followed by Jai Gunama Kirtana, Pranam, and then Asana curtain closed. Then Madhyana Bhoga was offered to Sri Thakur in his room. Biswajit Bhai took attendance. All Bhais, Mahaj and young aspirants present at NSM had Madhyana Prasad and left for the day. Link to the attendance sheet available at joygo.net, members / Sangha Puja. Sri Thakur Charanasrita, Adyasa, Thakur Prasad Bhai, and Biswajit Bhai. Joy Guru.
Joy Guru. Actually, Palatrako, Nilachal Thakur Nigamananda, ଯଦିଓ ଦିଆଯାଇଥିଲା 237 ପୃଷ୍ଠା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଆମେ 234 ରଖିଥିଲେ 234 ରଖିଥିଲେ तो 234 जोटी शरत भाई कथा मेंशन करा जायछि सेट पढ़ा हबो। जय गुरु।
जय गुरु। नीलाचल ठाकुर निगमानंद पेज 234। आज शरद भाई मोर मने पड़ुछंती। तांको सेथर मो मठरे देखिथिली किंतु बारंबार देखि नथिबारु से मो निकटरे से भली स्मरणीय होई नाहांती। केवल गोटे कथा मने पड़ुछि, अक्षय तृतीय उत्सव प्रथम दिन किंबा शंकराचार्यंकर आविर्भाव तिथि रे हेबो बोधवे। ठाकुर समस्त को नहीं आसन बारंडारे खाई बसथिले। मु मध्य गोटे पाखरे थिली। मझिरे तांको आसन एवं तांको बाम दक्षिण रे धाड़ी धाड़ी होई पत्र पड़ी थाए। से दिन छेना पुलाव होइथिला मोर मने अछि। छेना पुलाव मोर अपरिचित। बड़ बड़ नाली खंड मान देखि भाबिली मांस ना कोन, किंतु मठरे तो मांस रंधाबा कथा नुहे। पाटी रे देई देखिली छेना। एई हेतु से जिनिसटी मोर मने अछि। आनंदमय मूर्ति रे छेना खंड मान श्री श्री ठाकुर या ता पत्र को फिंगी देउथांती। जेउ माने दूर रे बसिथिले तांको निर्देश रे सेमाने आसी हाथ पताई प्रसाद नै जाउथांती। शरद आ बोली डाकिया मात्रे जणे उठी आसिले। एई समय रे ही शरद भाई को मु प्रथमे चिन्हिली। हाथ पताई प्रसाद न देई शरद भाई पत्र पाखरे आंठू माड़ी बसी प्रथमे कहिले, ठाकुर सबु तो देई सारलेनी, मते टिके दियंतु। तुम माने जेते नेले कोन मो भंडार शेष करि परिबो। एतिकी कही श्री श्री ठाकुर रहस्यमय हस हसी तांको हाथ पूरा छेना खंड ओ पात्र रे जहा जहा थिला सबुथिरु देई देले। अप्रस्तुत अथच उत्फुल्ल मुखरे शरद भाई उठी गले। ठाकुरंको उत्तरटी समस्तंको कानरे बाजिथिला। गोटे मुहूर्त मात्र नीरवता। एहा भितरे जोगमाया देवींकर निर्देश रे नलिनी भाई विभिन्न उपचाररु थाळीए धरी आसिले। हातरे पलाउ ओ तरकारी गुड़िए ठाकुरंको पात्र रे ढाली देई गले। पुणी आनंद कोलाहल मध्यरे भोजन चलिला। किए जणे हस मुखरे पचारिले, शरत भाई कौन भाबिथिल तुमको देले ठाकुरंको पात्र खाली होई जिवो। पलाउ गुंडे मुहरे नहीं शरत भाई कहले, भाबिथिली तो। सेदिन कथा गुड़िक कान धरी रखिथिला, ताहार अर्थ मु बुझी नथिली। परे शरद भाईंको संगरे परिचय हेबारु सबु स्मरण हैला। शेष उत्तर रे तांकर जेउ स्पर्धा भाव फुटी उठिथिला ताहा ही शरद भाईंकर अन्यतम वैशिष्ट्य। एहाकू अहंकार बोली कहिले भूल हेबो। एहा हैला ब्रह्मचारी बीर्य। हेबो ही हेबो एभली मनर बल। शरद भाईंको मध्यरे एभली बीर्य लक्ष्य करी ठाकुर तांको ग्रहण करथिले। तांको मुखरु ठाकुरंकर गोटिए परिचय पाइली। एठारे सेतक कही रखे। मठर स्मृति कथा वर्णना कला बेले शरद भाईंको स्मृति तर्पण न कले मोर कृत्य असंपूर्ण रहिजिवो। उद्धत बोली शरद भाईंकर मठरे गोटाए दुर्नाम थिला। एक संगरे 10-15 जन रहिले मनांतर अनिवार्य। आउ मध्य प्रत्येकଙ୍କ मध्य गोटिए गोटिए विशेष दुर्नाम थिबा मध्य विचित्र नुहे। मनीष तो देवता नुहे, ताहा होइथिले ताहार आउ साधन भजनर प्रयोजन कौन थिला। से जाहा हेउ थरे शरद भाई को नहीं गोटिए विशेष गोलमाल घटिला। मठाध्यक्ष निजे तांको नामरे अभियोग कले। सेही औद्धत्य अभिनय संबंध रे घटनाटा से ठाकुरंको कानकू जीवो। शरत भाई प्रथमे एभली धारणा करि नथिले। तांको मतरे से निर्दोष, किंतु ठाकुर डकाई पठेबारु तांकर भय हला। मने मने जानिथिले से भारी क्षणकोपी। एथिपाई मठरे केतेके तांको उपरे विरक्त। एथर तो मठाध्यक्ष निजे अभियोग करिछंती। कपाଳରେ कौन अछि किए जाने। घरे ठाकुर एकाकी थांती निर्जनरे अपराधीर वक्तव्य शुणिबे। एतिकी शुणी शरत भाई टिके आश्वस्त हेले। लोकंको आगरे मन खोली ठाकुरंको किछि कहि परिबे नाही। केवल धमक खाई राग बढ़िजिवो। ସେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ଅପରାଧ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ପ୍ରମାଣିତ ହୋଇଯିବ। ଦ୍ୱାର ବନ୍ଦ ଥିଲା। ଭିତରକୁ ଯାଇ ତାକୁ ଟିକିଏ ବନ୍ଦ କରି ଦେଇ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରଣାମ କରି ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଉଠାଇବା ମାତ୍ରେ ଠାକୁର ଗମ୍ଭୀର ମୁଖରେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ କଲେ, ମୁଁ ତୁମ ନାମରେ ଯାହା ଶୁଣିଛି ତାହା କଣ ସତ୍ୟ? ଶରତ ଭାଇ କହିଲେ, ତା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ମୋର ଗୋଟିଏ କଥା ଅଛି। ଠାକୁର, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖି ମୁଁ ଘର ଛାଡ଼ିଛି, ଅନ୍ୟ କାହାକୁ ଜାଣେ ନାହିଁ। ଯଦି ପ୍ରକୃତରେ କୌଣସି ଅପରାଧ କରିଥାଏ ତେବେ କଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନିକଟରୁ କ୍ଷମା ପାଇବି ନାହିଁ ଠାକୁର? କ୍ଷଣକ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ସେ ଭ୍ରୁକୁଟି ବଦ୍ଧ ଲଲାଟରେ ଗମ୍ଭୀର ମୁଖରେ ତମାଖୁ ସେବନ କରୁଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କ ମୁଖ ମୁହୂର୍ତ୍ତକ ମଧ୍ୟରେ କରୁଣା ସ୍ନିଗ୍ଧ ହୋଇଗଲା, ସତେ ଯେପରି ମନ୍ତ୍ରବଳରେ ବଜ୍ର ଗର୍ଭ କଳା ବଉଦ ଉଭେଇଗଲା। ଉଚ୍ଛ୍ୱସିତ କଣ୍ଠରେ ଠାକୁର କହି ଉଠିଲେ, ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ପାଇବୁ। ତୁମମାନଙ୍କର ଶତ ଅପରାଧ ଯଦି ମୁଁ କ୍ଷମା କରି ନପାରେ ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ କି ଠାକୁର? ଶରତ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ପରି କଠୋର ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ମଠରେ ଖୁବ୍ ଅଳ୍ପ ଥିଲେ। ଏ ବିଶେଷଣଟି ମୋ ପ୍ରଦତ୍ତ ନୁହେଁ, ଦାଦା ମହାଶୟ ଶ୍ରଦ୍ଧେୟ ଫଣୀଭୂଷଣ ମିତ୍ରଙ୍କର। କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଇ କଥା କେତେ ପଦ କହିବାକୁ ଗଲାବେଳେ ସେହି କଠୋର ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀଙ୍କ କଣ୍ଠ ଗଦଗଦ ହୋଇ ଆସୁଥାଏ, ଚକ୍ଷୁଦ୍ୱୟ ଛଳଛଳ ହୋଇ ଯାଇଥିଲା। ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି ସେହି ଅଭୟ ମନ୍ତ୍ରରେ ତାଙ୍କ ହୃଦୟ ଆବଦ୍ଧ ଥିଲା। ପୁରୀ ସମ୍ମିଳନୀରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ଧିକ୍କାର ପାଇ ଶରତ ଭାଇ ଦ୍ରୁତ ପଦରେ ଧାଇଁ ଆସି ନୀଳାଚଳ କୁଟୀରରେ ଦୋତାଲାରେ ଠାକୁର ଘରକୁ ଯାଇ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଦୁକା ଉପରେ ମୁହଁ ମାଡ଼ି କ୍ରନ୍ଦନ କରିଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କର ମନେ ହେଉଥିଲା ସମସ୍ତେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦୋଷୀ ସାବ୍ୟସ୍ତ କଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ କେବଳ ଗୋଟିଏ ସ୍ଥାନରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଅନନ୍ତ କ୍ଷମା ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଅଛି। ଶିକ୍ଷ ଅନ୍ତରରେ ଅପାର ଭକ୍ତିର ଶକ୍ତିରେ ହିଁ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତ ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱ। ସେ ଶକ୍ତି ଆମ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ଥିଲା। ଶରତ ଭାଇ କେବଳ ଏହି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ନେଇ ଦେହତ୍ୟାଗ କରିଥିଲେ। ଜ୍ୟେଷ୍ଠ 26 ଦିନ ଗୁରୁବାର ମଠରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଦୀକ୍ଷାଦାତାଙ୍କର ଭୂମିକାରେ ଦର୍ଶନ କଲି, ଦେଖିଲି ଓ ହୋମ କଲେ। ସେଦିନ ସଚିନ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ଉପନୟନ ହେଲା। ସରୋଜମାଙ୍କ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଲାଭ କଲେ ଏବଂ ଦୈବ ନିର୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ମୁଁ ମହାମନ୍ତ୍ର ଲାଭ କଲି। ମଠରେ ହିଁ ମୋର ଦୀକ୍ଷା ହେଲା। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସଙ୍ଗରେ ନୌକା ଭ୍ରମଣ ମଠରେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଏକ ଆନନ୍ଦ ସ୍ମୃତି। ଅପରାହ୍ନରେ କ୍ଷୁଦ୍ର ଅରୁଣା ନଦୀ ଓନାଖାଲ। ସେଦିନ ନୌକା ଚଳାଇ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁତ୍ର ଆଡ଼କୁ ଚାଲିଲୁ। ଅନ୍ୟ ଦିନେ ତାହାର ବିପରୀତ ଦିଗରେ ଯାତ୍ରା କରାଯାଇଥିଲା। ନାଆ ଉପରେ ପଡ଼ିଥିବା ପଟା ଉପରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ଆସନ ପଡ଼ିଥିଲା। ନିକଟରେ ହୁକ୍କା ଦିଆଯାଇଥିଲା। ତମାଖୁ ସେବନ କରୁ କରୁ ସେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରୀ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଗଳ୍ପ କରିବାକୁ ଲାଗିଲେ। ଥରେ ଏହି ଓନାଖାଲରେ ହିଁ ନୌକା ଜଳମଗ୍ନ ହୋଇଥିଲା। ସେତେବେଳେ ଯୋଗାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ, ଶାନ୍ତିମା ଏମାନେ ସବୁ ଥିଲେ। ଯୋଗାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ ହାରମୋନିୟମ ବଜାଇ ଗୀତ ଗାଉଥିଲେ, ମୃଦଙ୍ଗ କରତାଳ ବାଜୁଥାଏ। ଉତ୍ସାହରେ ଆଧିକ୍ୟରେ ବାଳକ ବାଳିକାମାନେ ବୋଧହୁଏ ନୃତ୍ୟ କରୁଥିଲେ। ହଠାତ୍ ନୌକା ଓଲଟି ପଡ଼ିବାରୁ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯାଇ ଖାଲରେ ପଡ଼ିଲେ। ସେଦିନ ଶାନ୍ତିମା, ଯୋଗାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ ଓ ଠାକୁର ନିଜେ ସନ୍ତରଣ କରି ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କଲେ। ଏ ତ ରାତ୍ର, ସେଥିରେ ପୁଣି ଆସାମର ଥଣ୍ଡା। କିନ୍ତୁ ମା ମାନଙ୍କ ମୁଖରୁ ଶୁଣିଛି ଠାକୁର ସେହି ଶୀତରେ ଟିକିଏ ହେଲେ କାତର ହୋଇନଥିଲେ। ସ୍ୱଚ୍ଛନ୍ଦରେ ସେ ଜଳରେ ସନ୍ତରଣ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଜଳରେ ବୁଡ଼ି ବୁଡ଼ି ତବଲା, ହାରମୋନିୟମ ପ୍ରଭୃତି ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରାଯାଇଥିଲା। ଭୈରବୀ ମା ପହଁରି ଜାଣିନଥିଲେ। ନିର୍ବିକାର ଭାବରେ ବୁଡୁଥାନ୍ତି, ଉଠୁଥାନ୍ତି, ଟିକେ ହେଲେ ଚିତ୍କାର କରୁନଥାନ୍ତି। ଠାକୁର ଜଣ ଜଣ କରି ନାମ ଧରି ଡାକୁଥାନ୍ତି, ସମସ୍ତେ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଉଥାନ୍ତି। ହଠାତ୍ ସେ କହି ଉଠିଲେ, ଯୋଗମାୟା କାହିଁ? ସେ ତ ପହଁରି ଜାଣେ ନାହିଁ। ସେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖାଗଲା ବଡ଼ମା ବୁଡ଼ି ଉଠି ସ୍ରୋତରେ ଭାସି ଯାଉଥାନ୍ତି। ଶୀଘ୍ର ତାଙ୍କୁ ଜଳରୁ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରି କାହିଁକି ଚିତ୍କାର କରୁନଥିଲ? ଏହି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ କରିବାରୁ ସେ କହିଥିଲେ, ଠାକୁର ତ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ଜାଣେ, ସେ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ମୋତେ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରିବେ। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଏତେ ଭରସା କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମର ହୋଇନଥାନ୍ତା। ବିପଦରେ ପଡ଼ିଲେ ମନୁଷ୍ୟର କିଭଳି ବୁଦ୍ଧିଭ୍ରଂଶ ହୁଏ, ଠାକୁର ସେ ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ଗଳ୍ପ କରନ୍ତି। ସେଇ ରାତ୍ରିରେ ମଠରେ ସ୍ୱରୂପାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ ଓ ଶାରଦାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ ଥିଲେ। ନୌକା ବୁଡ଼ିଗଲା। ପ୍ରେମାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ ଊର୍ଦ୍ଧ୍ୱ ଶ୍ୱାସରେ ଏହି ସମ୍ବାଦ ଦେଇ କହିଲେ, ଗୋଟିଏ ଆଲୁଅ ଓ କେତେଟା କଳସୀ ଧରି ଆପଣମାନେ ଆସନ୍ତୁ। ଶାରଦା नंद महाराज संगे गोछाए काउरिया बिड़ा जलाई नदी कूल आड़कू दौड़िले मात्र पवन अध बाटरू ताहा लिभि जिबारु पुणी मठकू फेरीगले एभली 2-3 थर हैला ठाकुर हसी हसी कहिले से जेउ दृश्य केश गुड़िक पवन रे उड़ुथाए भयरे आखि गुड़ाक बड़ बड़ होई जाए आमे देखुथाउ से जलंता नलिता ठाड़ी बिड़ाई धरी धाई आसुथाए दप करी से निया लिभि जाउथाए पुणी से मठकू धाई जाउथाए सेतेबेले आमे समस्तंकु उद्धार करी सारी थाउ ताहार एतिकी बुद्धि हेउ न थाए जे दियासिलिटा धरी नदी कूलकू आसीबो ए दृश्य कल्पना नेत्र रे देखी नौकारे थिबा समस्ते हसी उठिले ठाकुर कहिले तेणे स्वरूपानंद कलसी कलसी खोजी पाउ न थाए ब्रह्मपुत्र रे भल जल अणा जाई थांता किंतु कलसी सब तो जलपूर्ण से खाली कलसी पाउछि केउठु एतिकी बुद्धि नथिला जे जल ढाली देई कलसी गुड़ाक नहीं जाए पुणी आमे माने हसी उठिलु ठाकुर स्मित मुखरे कहिले जल अनेक दूररू अणा जाए तेणु ताहार से जल ढाली देबाकू मन हेउ न थाए किंतु एक कथा काहे कि मन हेला नाही जे मनुष्य गुड़िक बुड़ी मरले जल किए पीब संकीर्ण नदीर उभय कूल रे जंगल नदी रे सोल ओ कलम सागर लटी संध्या धीरे धीरे घनीभूत होई आसुथाए एवं ठाकुर गल्प करुथांती मु भाबुथाए नौका आहुरी बहुत दूर जाए जाऊ एवं वर्तमान न फेरु एतिकी बेले किए जणे कहि उठिले एबे फेरी जिबा संध्या बेले ए अंचल रे वन्य जंतु माने बाहरंती से एतिकी कहया मात्रे ठाकुर कहले बाघ बाहरिबो विचित्र नुहे ए तो छोट नदी से आसी नौकारे पहुंचीबा ता पक्षरे किछि कष्टकर नुहे पिला माने कौतुकरे हसी उठिले मु भयरे ठाकुरंको देहकू लागी बसिली नौका बिहार पछे एतिकी थाउ एई क्षणी फेरी जिबा फेरीगले रक्षा द्वितीय दिन बुलिबाकू जाऊ जाऊ दूररू हातीर रड़ी शुणागला अरण्यर मातंगर बृहतीर से शुणी नाही से बुझी परिबो नाही हातीर रड़ी किपरि अनेकांशरे पर्षण उन्मुख मेघर घड़घड़ शब्द सहित ताहार सामंजस्य अछि अथच ता भितरे गोटाए तीक्षण धातव शब्द से दिन सही क्षणी नौका फेराइबाकू ठाकुर ही निर्देश देले बोधवे से दिन आमे ब्रह्मपुत्र आड़कू जाइथिलु उभय पार्श्वरे घन बनर छाया अंधकार पुरी रे तो हाथी देखिछि ताहार लंबा सुंढ अछि भले रूपे जाने बणुआ हाथी से नदी कूल को आसी सुंढ बढ़ाई नौका को टाणी नहीं जाई पारे एकथा केही न कहिले मध्य मु बुझी पारुथाए एकाकी मु नुहे समस्ते से दिन भय पाइथिले निशब्द रे जेते शीघ्र पारंती अंतेवासी माने शीघ्र शीघ्र नौका बाहिबाकू लागिले खगेन भाई थिले बोधवे ईश्वर भाई और गोपाल भाई कर्णधार थिले शरत भाई मध्य नौका चालना रे हाथ लगाइथिले बोधवे नौका भ्रमण रे समस्तंकु सुखकर बोधवे क्रमागत भाବରେ केते दिन धरी नौका विहार होइथिला शेष दिन पथ मध्य प्रचंड वर्षा हैला ठाकुर आमे समस्ते भिजिगलु फेरी आसी माँ जोर रे पड़िले से जोर सहजरे छाड़िला नहीं जना गला आसाम रे मलेरिया किंबा कला जोर धरिछि एबे मठ छाड़िबार व्यवस्था करागला सेते बेलकू आषाढ़ मासर शेष किंबा श्रावणर आरंभ जय गुरु
Jai Guru. That's it, Thakur Nityananda. I will give the summary. So today, interestingly, we read about a couple of accounts where the Sikhs have shown great faith in Thakuras. One is Sarat Bhai. So Sarat Bhai is usually quite known as a proud person, though he was very dedicated to Thakuraj Brahmachari. So one instance, he was part of a feast, and they were all enjoying the prasad, and he came to have his portion of prasad directly from Thakur's hands. And he kind of very fondly said that you give me more. And Thakur in fact actually gave most of his content from his prata to Sarpai, and then somebody else, and then later on Jogamaya Devi, he filled up Thakur's patra again. So another disciple jokefully taunted Sarpai that do you think that if Thakur gives his prasad, his plate would be empty? So Sarpai kind of again replied with a lot of confidence that yes, I thought so. In fact, this sounds like a kind of proud reply, but it also kind of reflects how confident and how much belief he had on Thakur. In another instance, the Jatra in the board was described where Thakur, no, sorry, I missed one day. So in another instance where complained about Salbhai was given to Thakur in the ashram, but he was confident that no matter what he does, Thakur will definitely will forgive him. And in a solo kind of meeting with Thakur, Thakur also said, I will excuse thousands, hundreds and thousands of your mistakes. So how much he had faith in Thakur, that is a very good example. And another instance was in a Nauka Brahmana. So they are all in the ashram, they went with Thakur, and Narendra was also part of it. They went through the shallow part of the Arunachal Nadi. And in that instance, because of the singing and dancing with a lot of energy, they actually coupled and they were all in the water. And Thakur was a good swimmer, so was the other ashrama people. They were bringing everybody one by one to the shore. However, nobody could see where Jogamaya Ma was. And Thakur finally found her and then said, why were you not shouting for help? So Jogamaya Ma said, well, I knew you would rescue me, so why should I shout? So that is another example how Jogamaya Devi was so much kind of had faith on Thakur. So another day, they went on the boat ride, and they kind of was getting dark, and there was some wild animals coming out in the side of the river, so Thakur had to turn everybody back, although Narayana wanted to go a bit longer. And another day they had heard the elephants sound. So elephants are fairly crazy and they can come and really crush the boat, and because it's a shallow river, there was a little bit of fear that elephants might come in. So they had to come back. So these are the few instances where we learned how the ashrama people, they had a lot of fun with Thakur, living a life almost like a householder's life in ashram, and also having a lot of faith and good time with Thakur. That's all. I think would be a good summary. Enjoy.
जय गुरु
जय गुरु आज आमर आज आमर जशोदा पंडा माँ स्मृतिचारण अच्छी सो आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग विश्वजित भाई टू कोऑर्डिनेट दिस आइटम जय गुरु
जय गुरु आज भाई कहले स्मृतिचारण अच्छी प्रोग्राम अनुसार से होती हमर ब्रज भाई माँ बो जशोदा पंडा से बुधवार अगस्ट 6 इंडिया टाइम 1:15 रात से देवता करते ठाकुर महाराज श्री चरण विश्राम लाभ कर 83 वर्ष से ठाकुर चरण सहित थे परिचयपत्र खंड करते सालेपुर शाखा संघर आमर सम्मिलन होता सार्लोटे 2005 मसीहा अगस्ट 6-7 2 दिन होता से आमर गांधी भवन आम द्वितीय सालोट हिंदू सेंटर प्रथम है कल्चरल जो बिहार हल बड़ हल होता फर्स्ट सांभा आसते पर वर्ष जोटा गांधी भवन जोटा चर्च रे सेठी आसते बैकुंठनाथ पंडा भाई ब्रजभाई बापा और बो जशोदा आसते केन्दुपाटना शाखा संघ हम जानते से सुजोग देते बैराग साहू भाई आम नयगढ़ शाखा संघ से सभापति आसन कर केन्द्र सभापति परिचालन करते केन्द्र तरफ से वर्ष आम माँ भाई को देखिलु सम्मिलन पर सम्मिलित सब हला आनंद हेतला तापर हमर गृहस्थने मध्य हमर वार्षिक सब सम्मेलन पर सेतिर मध्य माँ हमर गृहस्थने मध्य हमको सेवा सुजोग देछिन गृहस्थने आछिन सालोट गृहस्थन को तांका देहावसान आमे बहुत दुखित एथिपई शोक प्रकाश करबा सह गभीर श्रद्धांजलि अर्पण करूछु तांकर अमर आत्मार सद्गति पई ठाकुर महाराज पाखरे एकांत प्रार्थना करूछि जय गुरु तापर मो अनुरोध करूछि रश्मि पंडा मां को तांकर श्रद्धांजलि जणाइबे जय गुरु
जय गुरु तो माने एक्चुअली बाहागर पर तो तांको जानी छी किंतु मते माने ठाकुरंकर ये बोली माने ठाकुरंक पूजा पाठ से करंती बहुत डेडिकेटेड से आ बहुत स्पष्टवादी जहाँ तांको ठीक लगे आ जोटा ठीक से सेटा ही करंती सबले केबे मते किंतु केबे फोर्स करनांती कि केबे कहिनांती जे तू ठाकुरंक पूजा कर कि कोन माने इंडिया रे थिला बेले ठाकुरंक विग्रह सबले पूजा हुई आम घरे वार्षिक उत्सव हुई देखी किंतु केबे मते से केबे किछि कहि नाहंती कि पूजा करिया पई एमती मु एक्चुअली यूएस आसला परे भाई पूजा करंती मु धीरे धीरे भाई को सहित पूजा करली किंतु एक्चुअली मु बो मते केबे भी किछि कहि नाहंती जहाँ भी हो सी बहुत सफर करुले लास्ट 5 years हेलानी ब्रेन स्ट्रोक हेतिला बहुत सफर करथिले किंतु ब्रेन स्ट्रोक हैला परे भी से माने कोन फिजिकल थेरापी हैला परे से केबे काहार हेल्प नियंतिनी सब बेले निजे निजरो काम अंटिल लास्ट मिनिट पर्यंत से करी चंती माने से कहार हेल्प नवा को इच्छा करंतिनी कि माने आ जोटा भूल से सेटा संगे संगे ता माने मुह ऊपर कहि दियंती हमकु भल लागेनी जे भूलटा काहे कि बो एमती कहि दउछंती किंतु सेटा भी माने से मन रे केबे किछि रखंतिनी सेटा मते बहुत भल लागे जे से बहुत स्पष्टवादी आ लास्ट गोटे वर्ष हैला आमे ए डिसेंबर रे जाइथिलु ताकर देखिली मेमोरी लॉस हो जाइछि से चिन्ही पारु नांती सेटा बहुत कष्ट दला आ सब बेले से किंतु आमे जते बेले इंडिया जाऊ पहुंचतिबु कि नाही से पचारि तो केबे आसीबु सेईटा एबे मिस करिबु डेफिनेटली काकिना ताकर माने तांको पाई माने लागे कि इंडिया जीवा नियाती दरकार आ तांको सी बहुत माने हमको माने अनै बसथांती सो ए जो जब मेमोरी जो लॉस हे गला तापरे सी आउ बिल्कुल माने चिन्नी पार नथिले कि किछि माने एमती कथा भी कहू नथिले कथा भी पूरा बंद हे येतला तो ए लास्ट 2 months लाणी तांको देह भी भलो नथिला बहुत देह खराब रे से थिले बहुत कष्ट भी पाउथिले अगस्त 5 तारीख कमर 5 तारीख का आफ्टरनून रे से चली गले आ बहुत कष्ट पाउथिले तेणु ठाकुर पाखे प्रार्थना तांकर आत्मार सद्गति हो एटा ठाकुर पाखे जय
जय गुरु to start with to lighten things up little bit जे गला सप्ताह आम नृसिंह पंडा भाई स्मृतिचारण कले एथर जशोदा पंडा माँ स्मृतिचारण दुई जन पंडा जड़े पंडा घर वंशोद्भव जड़े पंडा घर को बहु ही आसला जशोदा पंडा जे बहु कर आनी ना विश्वनाथ पंडा मोर जेजे मो बहु तांकर बड़ बहु आउ मो बोर मु बड़ पुओ मार स्मृतिचारण करवा तो इट्स नॉट इजी एक्चुअली कारण प्रत्येक पिला माँ सांगे ही साधारणतः बेसी समय दे था माठू अधिका स्नेह पाई था पिला दिने मार चुटी टणा ठू आरंभ कर आंपुड़ा विधा गोईठा मारे आरंभ कर सब माँ उपर जाई था बड़ पर से मन पड़े जे तापर मु केते अत्याचार करछि छुआ भाव रे so it's not easy anyway मोर एग्जैक्ट मु जानिनी एक्जाक्टली माने बापांकर बाहाघर पूर्व ठाकुर आम घर को आसते कि बाहाघर पर ठाकुर आसचंती किंतु मोर जामन हुए से जे ठाकुर आमर ठाकुर दीक्षित हो सारी केन्दुपाटना संघर बामन पौड़ा भाई ये अनुसार अनुप्राणित होकर तापर जेजी से हाँ से केन्दुपाटना ही आम पाखे आम घर पाखु प्रथम पाख संघ थिला तो इट वाज काइंड ऑफ फार आउ किंतु आउ पाखे किछ नथिला तापर इतिमध्ये आम घर पाखे आउ गोटे संघ हो गला किंतु जेजे परे आम केन्दुपाटना आम रजनी पड़ा भाई इत्यादि सब कहले बो को जे तुम आमरी केन्दुपाटना ही रुह आउ माने अन्य तुम घर पाखे संघ को चेंज करो ना सो दैट इज व्हाट शी कंटिन्यू परिचय पत्र से केन्दुपाटना थिला एनीवे माँ तो कहले सी माने बेल स्ट्रोक होइकी धीरे धीरे तार स्मृति शक्ति लोपा जाइथिला आउ बेल बेले चिन्ही पारथला चिन्ही पार बेल बेले चिन्ही पार नथला मोर मन अछि जो डिसेंबर मासे जाइथिलु आमे फेरला बेले तब कहली मु बो मु जाउची कहला कुआर जाउछु मु कहली अमेरिका जाउची परा कहला कोन सेठ तू चाकरी करछु सेठ रहउछु माने शी हैड फॉरगॉटन दैट एनीवे आउ तबर से शेष बेल को माने धीरे धीरे तार खाइबा बंद हो गला सब खाइबा छाड़ देला तापर कि 2-3 दिन पर पाइप पानी मध्य पिया बंद हो गला यही भली अवस्था रे प्राय 2 सप्ताह से कंटिन्यू विदाउट इवन अ ड्रॉप ऑफ वाटर इट वाज टफ as her child seeing your mother senseless kind of not taking a drop of water surviving for a couple of weeks पूजा बोली ठाकुर कहू थाए जे ठाकुर जदि एम तार सफर करके तार मंगल होची आपण तो जानती तो सफर करू थाउ जेते दिन आपण चाहूचंती एथे तार मंगल होची एते दिन रही थाउ सी किंतु मने मने भाबू थाए से चली गले भलो होंता एनीवे सो फाइनली द न्यूज़ केम समय यो खाली गोटे दिटा कथा कह चाहूँगी मोर मन पड़ुची किछि वर्ष तले आम रवि भाई माँ चली जाते से रवि भाई स्मृतिचारण कहते जे मोर माँ डाक सबुदिन बंद हो गला व्हिच इज ट्रू आउ घर को गले वो को खोजार किसी यथार्थता नहीं एनीवे फाइनल थिंग जे तार डेड बॉडी की भाई मान इत्यादि सब नहीं गले कौटी ना स्वर्गद्वार नहीं गले आमर केन्दुपाटना संघर सालीपुर संघर रजनी भाई पुओ मो भाई सान भाई कहले गोटे जदि जाऊच स्वर्गद्वार नहीं टिके कौटू ना आमर पुरी स्मृति मंदिर आ कुटीर ठाकुर टे श्रीचरणामृत टे फूल गोटे देव से मुझे सत ही पचारि आम पचार मुझे भाई कमी कर भाई कह हाँ हाँ करें कहीं मुझे सब कहीदे व्यवस्था होमती गोटे सिचुएसन है they could not do that. They could not take her there. So anyway, मन से गोटे मैंने बड़ क्षोभ आसला जे ठाकुर चरणामृत पाई पारानी छड़ा फूल टिके पाई पालानी मु सान भाई के ऊपर विरक्त हली बट एनीवे खाली तापरे मन को बुझेली चरण मत किए पाई था छड़ा फूल किए पाई था तार डेड बॉडी नॉट हर ये जो पुति गंधमय जड़ शरीर तो ठाकुर भाई प्रार्थना करुच्ची ठाकुर तार सूक्ष्म शरीर आपन परस पाई पाऊ तार सूक्ष्म शरीर आपणकर श्रीचरण उदक पाऊ जय गुरु
जय गुरु ଏବେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯଶୋଦା ପଣ୍ଡା ମାଙ୍କ ସ୍ମୃତିରେ ଗୋଟେ ମିନିଟ ନିର ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବା ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु शिवानी महातिमा जय गुरु
जय गुरु भाई सुना जाउची
आज्ञा
जय माया भेली माया भेली किरे कृपा बही भावे दिला जन्म वृथा माया प्रेमे बीतिला दीन कृपा बही भावे दिला जन्म वृथा माया प्रेमे बीतिला दीन मासे फुला सीता झरे गला तुम पादे गोरा बासे फूला से काझले कलाते तुम पादे गोरा दीना तुम पादे गोरा गाला जीवे अजनराई तुतारी संसारा तुतारी संसारा देखा दिला जीवे जनम हाथा धरे नियम धामे देखा दिला जीवे जनम हाथा धरे नियम धामे देखा दिला जीवे जनम हाथा धरे धामे दीपा शिखा से ताले भी गलाने तुम साथे दीपा शिखा से ताले भी गलाने तुम साथे 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 काला जीवे अजनराई तुतारी संसारा तुतारी संसारा माया भेली फिरे भुलाई सारी तुसारी भारी ना तुसारी भारी ना गाला जीवे अजनराई तुतारी संसारा तुतारी संसारा तुतारी संसारा
जय गुरु आंधिक if you are present please start the प्रार्थना संहिता
जय गुरु मोर सकल बंधना लुटाई दियो प्रभु तुम्हारी बंधना रहु खाली तुम्हारी बंधना रहु सबु साझ मोर खोली निया खाली सेवक साजती तुम्हारी बंधना रहु खाली तुम्हारी बंधना रहु मोर सकल बंधना तू टूटाए दियो प्रभु तुम्हारी बंधन रहु संज सकाळे तुम पद तले शिर मोर लुटु थाओ तुम्हारी अमिया भारती मोकाने अहरह बाजु थाओ तुम्हारी बंधन रहु खाली तुम्हारी बंधन रहु मोर सकल बंधन टूटाई दियो प्रभु तुम्हारी बंधन रहु तुम्हारी करम साधी साधी मोरा सारा दिन बीती जाओ शयने स्वपने तुम्हारी मूर्ति चित मोर चेतु थाओ तुम्हारी बंधन रहु काली तुम्हारी बंधन रहु मोर सकल बंधन टूटाई दियो प्रभु तुम्हारी बंधन रहु तुम्हारी संतान मेलरे दिन तुम गुण गाओ थाओ आओ किछि प्रभु चाहे ना जीवने आओ किछि प्रभु चाहे ना जीवने तुम पदे ध्यान रहु तुम्हारी बंधन रहु काली तुम्हारी बंधन रहु मोर सकल बंधन टूटाई दियो प्रभु तुम्हारी बंधन रहु सबु साज मोर खोली नियो खाली सेवक साजती थाओ तुम्हारी बंधन रहु खाली तुम्हारी बंधन रहु
Jai to you, Nesrins. This is Bhaktima, and I will be conducting our YA session for today. First, let's get started with attendance, and then Anika, I'll ask you to explain the meaning of the song that you just sang. Bubbly?
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Adisha?
Ma Jai Guru, ma Adisha nahi.
Okay, Jai Guru. Arshi?
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Anik?
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Ansh?
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Anshul?
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jeet?
Jai Guru. Jeet won't be able to join today.
Okay, Jai Guru. Aryan? Ashita?
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jemu.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Divyam.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Timmy. Jagrat.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Naitik. Nivritti.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Pratisha.
जय गुरु माँ प्रत्युषा से बस्ती नहीं
Okay. Jai Guru. Pratyush.
जय गुरु माँ प्रत्युषा ज्वाइन करनी जय गुरु
Okay. Jai Guru Hari. Prayushi.
Jai Guru Ma. Syasuji.
Okay. Jai Guru Ma. Sanvi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Sharanya.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Saraswat.
माँ सरस्वत बसिनी आज जय गुरु
Jai Guru Ma. Sharlov.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Sarthak. Bobby. Shilpi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Shreyasi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jimmy.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Shrija and Simran will be absent today. Suhani.
Jai Guru Ma. Syasuji.
Jai Guru. Yukta.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Is there anyone I missed during our attendance today?
Jai Guru Ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Needed.
Okay. Marking you present. Good to have you. Okay. With that, Anik, can you please explain the meaning of the song you just sang?
Jai Guru, yes. The song has a very beautiful meaning. In the song, we are praying to Sakura to give us his blessings so that we're not attached to anything materialistic. Our only goal should be to serve him and do sabha for him. His sabha should be our one and only identity. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, yes, well said. And yeah, like this song really emphasizes that we should remember him, we should stay connected with him, and it identifies our role in like what we should be doing. So well explained. So let's go to our topic for today. So today we'll be talking about Durga Puja because tomorrow marks the beginning of Navratri, which is the 9-night festival. And this is celebrating Goddess Durga and the victory of good over evil and symbolizing different forms of the goddess. And this year, it's starting from tomorrow, September 22nd, and goes all the way up to October 2nd, which is a total of 9 nights and 10 days. And this is one of our major Hindu festivals. And to learn more about the origins, Shreyasi will share that with us and how this is celebrated. So Shreyasi, when you're ready, you can get started.
Jai Guru. In general, Durga Puja commemorates the triumph of Goddess Durga over Mahishasura. The myth is found in the Devi Mahatmya of the Markandeya Purana, which was found in around 5th to 6th century CE. And it talks about how Mahishasura's boon protected him from the defeat at the hands of any man. When he conquered all of the devas and tried to seize control of the whole universe, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva came together, combined their powers, and created Durga. She was armed with Shiva's weapons, Vishnu's weapons, and Indra's weapons, and she fought the shape-shifting demon for 10 days. On the 10th day, she finally defeated him from his original buffalo form. That moment of victory is celebrated as Puja Dashami, or the 10th day of victory, and it is the central symbol of the festival, and it shows the triumph of good over evil, light over darkness, and Shakti over ignorance or arrogance. There are also other myths that are slightly lesser known that are also related to Durga Puja. For example, according to Encyclopedia Britannica, one of the stories is of Rama, who during his war against Ravana asked Durga for strength, for Shakti, and for health. In the Bengali retelling, he tried to offer 108 lotuses, which tested his devotion, but only 107 could be found. So he was prepared to sacrifice his own eye. He was then rewarded by Durga, the goddess herself, who restored the missing flower and granted him victory. So in this story, Durga Puja becomes less about the actual war and more about devotion, humility, and a form of strength being through surrender. The rituals of the puja reflect the different meanings of Durga Puja. In Kolkata, people shape clay into images of Durga along with other deities such as Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganesha, and Kartikeya. Each day carries its own meaning, and devotees use different prayers and do puja to worship the mother goddess. On the final day, Goddess Durga is carried away for immersion in the river, and her departure symbolizes her return home. These stories and rituals also show different truths of the universe. Durga represents Shakti, or the energy that flows through all of us and through the universe. Just like fire cannot be imagined without its power to burn, the absolute cannot be thought of apart from its energy. In Durga, the human mind perceives that energy as protective, creative, and maternal. To worship her is to recognize the life force that moves through matter, mind, and spirit soul. In all of her aspects, she both slays demons and she nurtures her children, and they both come from the same love. To invoke Durga is more than just chanting her name, but it also means to cultivate the qualities that she showed. Her battle against Mahishasura should remind us that we are all also fighting our own inner battles against anger, against greed, against despair, which are all things that Mahishasura represented. And these things must be faced with courage and persistence. Her maternal tenderness as the mother of the universe calls us to show compassion, to protect the vulnerable, and just like she protects her devotees. Her manifestation of Shakti reminds us that power is not just domination. It is energy, creativity, and the capacity to love and sustain life. In Navaratri, the 9-night festival observed across India, devotees worship Navadurga, which are the 9 distinct forms of the goddess. Each form embodies a different quality, and together they show a journey of transformation. Shailaputri, the daughter of the mountains, represents grounding and purity. Brahmacharini, the teaches discipline and devotion. Chandragharta, with her crescent moon and tiger mound, shows courage. Kushmanda is the symbol of creative energy. Kadnamata represents maternal strength as she nurtures the child. Katyayani shows righteous anger and justice. Kalaratri shows the destruction of fear, and Mahagauri shows purification and forgiveness. And finally, Siddhi Datri shows wisdom and spiritual perfection. Meditating on the Navadurga recognizes that human life can move through the stages of grounding, discipline, courage, creativity, love, struggles, transformation, purification, and realization. Navaratri teaches them that not only does good triumph over evil, but that this good is cultivated through stages of inner growth. We can carry the spirit of Durga into ordinary daily life. Honoring Durga is more than just honoring the mother of the universe in our own lives. It also means that we see divinity not only in temples or in a specifically religious area, but in small daily acts of courage, where we resist injustice, where we show love and hold communities together, and where we show creativity and bring beauty to the world. Durga Puja, therefore, is not only a festival of memory, but it's a way of life and shows us how we should be following, how we should be leading our lives. It starts with a myth or a battle, but finally it shows us the immersion of the goddess and manifestation of what we should be following if we are worshiping her And she reminds us that victory, devotion, and love are things that should return every day in our lives. In celebrating her, we should celebrate ourselves and her in the way her strength is within us. Her strength is in the compassion around us and the infinite energy that sustains all of us.
Jairu, thank you, Tracy, for sharing that background on Durga Puja, the backstory of the defeat of Mahishasura, the story of that, what that means for us, and what the different forms of the Navadurga, the 9 forms of Durga, and what that means, and how we should take this in our day-to-day lives. Does anyone have any questions about what Tracy went over?
Jagama, this is Sharma. That was so Tracy was talking about the background of Goddess Durga, right? And not she wasn't reading the story.
No, she prepared something. She was sharing with us. There was not a story.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good. Does anyone else have any other questions? If not, thinking about Goddess Durga, there were a few events in Sri Thakur's life in which he had an interaction with the Mother Goddess. Ansh, do you remember any of these events?
Jagger, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so in Thakur's life, what were some instances when he had an interaction with the Mother Goddess?
Jagger, I think one of the interactions that he had with a god was when he saw Goddess Durga at his temple when he was, I think, going off to drop some bhoga or whatever his mom told him to, and he talked to his mom who explained to him what the Mother of the Universe is. Jagger.
Jairu, yeah, that's right. And from that early age, he realized that he was emphasized the presence of the Divine Mother and that she's a mother of the universe and protecting him. Nathan, do you remember any other events?
Jagger, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. We were talking about events in Sri Thakur's life when he had an interaction with the goddess. So Ansh just shared about his experience as a child in Stony Mandap. Do you remember any other events?
Jagger, I think like later in his life he had a lot of events. Jagger.
Yeah, that's right. So another one was after he started doing sadhana, he was in Kashi and he was had an interaction with goddess Annapurna there, and that led him more on the path to embrace the path of devotion alongside the path of knowledge. So going back to the story that Shreshi was sharing with us about Mahishasura's defeat by Goddess Durga, Sanvi, what do you think that tells us? What do you think we can learn from that?
Jagru, it just shows the triumph of good over evil and how we should spread love towards everyone and practice the teachings of Thakra and Goddess Durga, as this is a festival honoring her. Jagru.
Jagru, yeah, very well said. And in Durga Puja, there's a lot of themes and symbols. Aishi, what are some of the themes and symbols of Durga Puja?
Jaigu, some like symbols are love, surrender, compassion, strength, humility, and devotion, and persistence. Jaigu.
Jaigu, yeah, those are all different symbols and different themes that we can take away from Durga Puja, all those positive qualities and character traits that we can keep with us. And in this story, basically Goddess Durga formed from Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara forming together, and then arming her with different weapons, for one from each god. So, Yukta, what is the symbolism in that? Like, what does that indicate, or what does that represent?
Jagger, it symbolizes how teamwork can be very powerful. Jagger.
Yeah, that's right. It really emphasizes that it was a collective effort in the beginning, and why do you think that was important for them to unite?
Jagger, it was important for them to unite so that goddess Durga could have defeated him. Jagger.
Yeah, and it ties into the theme of teamwork and working together can make us stronger rather than working alone. And like in the beginning of the story, they were not able to defeat Mahishasura separately, but together they could. And this really shows that power of unity. And also, Shishtakura emphasized this ideal when he was establishing the mattas and the sanghas. And when he established Niracharsha Sangha, he advised us to, like, with one thing, many things, but one thing was Sangha Shakti Pratishtha, which is the establishment of the power of Sangha. And with that, we really emphasize like how our Sangha is important and how we are together. And in our Samlani, our focus of the second day is usually on the power of Sangha and the power of the collective. And it's really important to remember the strength in teamwork, because alone we may be weak, but together we are strong. And there's a saying or a metaphor from, I think, Native American history, where it says, a single stick on its own can break easily, but a bundle of sticks cannot be broken. And so being part of our Sangha gives us collective strength, and this is something that Thakur has really emphasized for us so that we can grow spiritually together and support one another and also do his seva. So, Anshul, why do you think Thakura emphasized Sangha Shakti, or the power of the Sangha? Anshul? Not Anshul. Let's hear from Anik.
Dragu, I think he emphasized it because he knew that if we united to form Sangha, it would be like a lot stronger than if we just were doing it by ourselves, Dragu.
Yeah, that's right. It gives us support and guidance, and it helps us grow. And Jagged, can you think of examples when teamwork can make things easier?
So some examples that makes teamwork a lot more easier to be used instead of doing something individual just by yourself, is that, let's say you have a project due, let's say on Friday, and it's the second day of the project. You can split the project individually between the number of people that you have, instead of having to do everything by yourself. Jacob.
Yeah, that's a really great example, especially in school with group projects. Like the amount of work, like the stress and the burden, it does lessen, and you can divide it, and it really helps be more efficient when there's teamwork. So that's a great example, Javis. Good job. So with this, I like to emphasize the importance of unity in the story, because it's something that stood out to me. Another thing that we can take away from this is Mahishasura, he got the boon that no man can defeat him, but he was underestimating the other strength and power other people have. So going along with the festival of Durga Puja, now we'll be reading a story that was narrated by Shri Thakura on Durgashtami, and Bubbly will be reading the story for us, and I've shared it via email so you all can follow along. Bubbly, when you're ready, you can get started.
Jai Guru, a story about pure devotion. It was the 8th day of Navratri, October 16th, 1934. Audio devotees gathered to worship Sri Sri Thakura. It was almost time to offer bhoga to Thakura. One devotee sent milk for the gathering, but it arrived a little late. Thakura waited patiently for kheeri to be prepared using that milk. When the kheeri was being prepared, Sri Sri Thakura spoke about his sannyasi life and related topics. Then he said, before, people used to worship Goddess Durga with utmost devotion and sincerity. Then the goddess would become alive and do various divine acts. The Dewan of Kalikapur used to support Durga Puja with prompt and grandeur, and people praised him greatly. He was proud that no one else celebrated Durga Puja as he did. That night, the Dewan had a dream. The goddess appeared before the Dewan and told him, no one can perform my puja like Durga Prasad Bhattacharya from the village Narayanapur. The Dewan woke up feeling very upset because the Brahmins from Narayanapur were poor and used to come to his house to collect alms. He decided to go and see how Durga Prasad Bhattacharya was performing puja. There, the Dewan met Durga Prasad's daughter, Jagdeshwari, and saw that Durga Prasad was worshipping Goddess Durga's puja with pure devotion. He saw the bhoga offered consisted only of manja and a simple sag dish. He felt confused and surprised because this offering was very simple. The banana plant and spinach were very commonly found and not anything special. He felt that no one could spend money and offer varieties of delicious bhoga like himself. The Dewan came back home and went to his Goddess Durga temple. There, he saw pieces of banana stem fiber and some spinach sticking on Goddess Durga's mouth. Back in his house, he inquired whether manja curry or sag had been offered to the goddess. Instead, that day, many delicious delicacies of bhoga were offered on a gold plate, but not manja curry or sag. Now he realized that Goddess Durga had fully accepted Durga Prasad's simple bhoga, which was offered with love and devotion. This realization shattered his pride and ego. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, thank you, Lily, for reading the story. Does anyone have any questions about the story? So in this story, there's different mentions of bhoga. Gemma, what is bhoga?
Jai Guru, it's the offerings that we give to God, usually in food. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, yeah, that's right. So that's an offering to God, to Tucker, to Goddess. Shriyasi, do you know why do we offer bhoga? So we talked about what it is. So why do we offer it?
We offer bhoga because it's like a gesture of devotion, like gratitude and humility. It like shows that we like live not for ourselves and we're like not like individually. It's just like to not get connected and attached to material things, and that we should follow whatever Thakura is saying.
Jai Guru, yeah, it is a gesture of devotion and humility, and offering something to Thakura means that like you are connecting with him, and you're also thanking him for it as well. Sharanya, after bhoga is offered, what does it become? Okay, it's not Sharanya. Charlotte, do you know, like after bhoga is offered, what does it become? What does it turn into?
After we've given the bhoga to Durga, then we eat the bhoga.
That's partly true. So after bhoga is offered, it becomes prasad. So and then when it becomes prasad, then all the devotees can eat it and accept it. So Nivritti, do you like eating prasad?
Jai Guru Ma, yes.
Yeah, that's great. I think we all like to eat prasad, especially after puja, and even after after today's puja, we'll have some prasad. So I'm also looking forward to it. But looking at the overall themes of the story, Shilpi, why is the simple offering with the sincere devotion more meaningful than the elaborate varieties of pogo offer that was more done for show? Or Bubbly, what do you think?
Jai Guru, can you please repeat the question?
Sure. So why is a simple offering done by Durga Prasad more meaningful than what the Dewan was doing, which was more elaborate?
Jai Guru, it was more meaningful because he was offering it with devotion in mind, and all he had in mind was just to basically serve Goddess Durga, whereas other people might have had in mind that they're offering these impressive things just to maybe look good in front of other people, but they weren't really keeping devotion towards Goddess Durga in mind. Jai Guru.
I do, yeah, well said, that's right. So it really talks about the intent. This really speaks about their intentions and why they're doing what they're doing, and having even a simple offering with genuine heart really still counts for something. Jimmy, do you have anything to add to this? What are your thoughts on this?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. So why did in the story, why did Goddess Durga seem to appreciate the manja curry and the simple sag dish over the elaborate offerings done by the Dewan?
It's because that simple is sometimes the best type of food. Because it was offered with love and devotion. That's why, Jaguru.
Yeah. It really ties down to love and devotion, and simplicity doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It means that it's more accessible to everyone, and it makes everyone be able to participate in devotion and seva. So I think that's a really good takeaway. So with that, I'll conclude our YA session here since we're at time. So next up is Bhabi Binimaya by Yukta. Jagir.
Jagger, today I'm at Power Server, which I'm really happy to have. This year, I'm now a junior at my high school, and despite this year already imposing a lot of difficulties on me, in terms of coursework, maintaining friendships, and getting used to new classmates, I'm not worried at all. Throughout many of the difficulties I faced, not just in school, but in my personal life, I had my family to rely on, especially my parents. This year is a really good reminder that my parents are some of my best gurus, and a lot of the struggles I faced had actually brought me closer to them. Whenever I'm in doubt and I'm struggling with something, I have my father to rely on, and whenever I'm in distress, I have my mother that is always ready to comfort me. Sometimes in my sophomore year, I felt that my parents didn't have the best intentions for me, and I was in constant doubt of them. But this year I now know that's not true, and they do truly want the best for me, and I wish you all feel the same way about yours. Ultimately, we all have each other to rely on. We may not be blood related, but Taka is what brings us all together. Jagru.
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଆଜି ମୋର ଭାବନୀୟ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଏତିକି ଆଜି ଚାଣକ୍ୟ ମାଙ୍କର ବିଷୟରେ ମାନେ ସ୍ମୃତି ହେଲା ଆଣ୍ଡ ପଣ୍ଡା ଯଶୋଦା ମାଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ସ୍ମୃତି ହେଲା ଆଣ୍ଡ ପୂଜା ଭାଇ ପଣ୍ଡା ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ବିଷୟରେ କହିଲେ I am another panda here. So I take this opportunity to talk about the Panda family. And भाई तांको माँ विषय कहले and मो भी मो बहुत संगे बहुत क्लोज थी अच्छी किंतु जन को मु बहुत इग्नोर करली ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋ ବାପା। ସୋ ଆମକୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମାର ମମତାଟା ଦିଶେ, ଭଲ ଲାଗେ। ଏବଂ ସେ ମମତାରେ ଆମେ ପୁରା ଅନ୍ଧ ହେଇଯାଉ। କିନ୍ତୁ ବାପାର ଯୋଉ ଭୟ ଥିଲା କି ପୁଅ ନଷ୍ଟ ନ ହେଇଯାଉ, ସେଟା ଜାଣିବାରେ ବୁଝିବାରେ ବହୁତ ସମୟ ଲାଗିଲା। ଆମ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ବି ସେଇଆ ଭୟ ଅଛି, ତାଙ୍କ ପିଲାମାନେ ଖରାପ ବାଟ ନ ପଳାନ୍ତୁ, ନଷ୍ଟ ନ ହେଇଯାଆନ୍ତୁ। ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସଂଘରେ ସେବାର ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାନ୍ସଟା ବହୁତ ଶିଖା ହଉଛି। ସେଟା ଉପଲବ୍ଧି ବହୁତ ଲେଟ୍ କଲି, ଆଉ ଆଶା କରେ ନିଜ ଲାଇଫରେ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଅନ୍ୟ ଭାଇମାନେ ନିଜେ ଉପଲବ୍ଧି କରିଛନ୍ତି ଭଲ, ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କ ଉନ୍ନତି ହେଇଛି। ଆଉ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବି ସେ ଉପଲବ୍ଧିକୁ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିକି ତାପରେ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବି। ଏତିକି ରଖୁଛି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜ ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ମାନେ ପିଲାମାନେ, ଆଜି today is really a blessing that I also have the opportunity to have a party. Once in a year we are getting the chance to offer this prayer, special prayer to Thakura, and also I'm very super grateful to this Sangha, that not only once in a year I get this opportunity, but also the part of our monthly Pathasakra and class Puja. I'm part of. I'm also getting the access to the right knowledge and path to how to proceed the life with his principle and with his the advice that he has, directive as well as advice that he has given to us. I want to share a couple of few things. One is my feelings about the Sangha, and the second one is how one of the promise that I took last year, how I'm doing with it and what I plan to do next. So my feeling towards Sangha is continue to strengthen and to challenge at the same time. What I mean by that is, while I have the greatest opportunity to be here, the moment I hear some conflicting view and people who preach, they don't practice, the people who don't show the true essence of why we are even here, just brings the distaste in my mind, how hypocritical some of the conversation becomes. But then that's just not in my influence of the control that I can control that, and that's where my withdrawal comes also. The withdrawal is not from Thakura. The withdrawal is primarily from those Sangha Sevis that I can't associate with. And I have prayed to that Thakura, what is the path to overcome that? Withdrawal is one thing. The other thing is the essence of understanding the other viewpoint and the tolerance that I have to have. So I've been very intentional about the increasing that tolerance level within myself, so that I at least get a chance to listen to that other conflicting viewpoint, or the viewpoint that is conflicting from my view. It may not be conflicting at all, but from my perspective. And I think the tolerance level has certainly increased without having to have any bad or ill-intentional feeling within me, and I'm certainly working on it. And one good thing has happened as a result is the power of tolerance with that conflicting view is actually a very positive thing in my mind. It's helping me because it's not, I'm no longer carrying that feeling with me. That means the next day when I'm praying to Thakura or doing my Kriya, I'm in a better mindset. And that's what I realize that's what it matters anyway. So, that is one aspect that I'm still working on it. The other thing is, I always question about my role within this organization, which is to be a sevaka. And yesterday we've been reading the Seva Dharma book for a while, and in our Pathasakura Puja, I try to reflect on it quite a bit. And what I'm realizing is the becoming a sevaka is a state of it's a state that is the path. While it is gradual, but it is a state. There is no such thing called a good sevaka or better sevaka or best sevaka. It's either you are a sevaka or not. So at this point, I'm not the sevaka yet. It's because the qualities that I have to have, I just haven't achieved any of those qualities yet. So I'm still, it's sometimes I've been asking the question, why do we even call seva? When we are not a sevaka, that means a true sevaka can only do the seva. Then why do we have this seva? Why do we even call that as a word as a seva? And that has been going on in my mind for a while, because the moment we put a word into something to do something, it's and we are not quite there yet, and just that's part of why so much of conflict happens. So anyway, this is my spiritual journey and my learning path. So I'm just going to try to work on the path to become a sevaka. And that sevaka is when we achieve the Atmagana. Atmagana is the state of consciousness that just happens. There is nothing called, gradual Atmagana. So that is anyway another thing that I took last year to practice this, and I'm still continuing on that path. And one of the change that I have made, and I'm going to continue to actually made that change recently, which is the path of devotion we have been learning is called Sravana Manana Nitidhyasana. The more we practice is better, even if it is one thing. And Manana, I thought it is only to reflect in the mind to practice it, but it's just somehow hasn't happened to me. And then why I'm taking in a change in my lifestyle to make it as a writing. I realize the power of writing is tremendous, because it gives a great deal of clarity in the thinking as well as what I'm trying to do, and I've implemented that in my business life, and I'm bringing that to my spiritual life also. The more I write, the more it becomes much more crisp and clear of the things that I'm trying to achieve here. So whether it's a daily Sangha Puja, daily Puja in our Grahasana and the discussion and partnership, I will try to write this in a journal format. In that case, at some point, at least it's going to I know that's going to help me, and that is one thing that change that I'm going to make starting from today, and see what that takes me. So the at least I started to feel closer to Thakura, and the closeness I feel it's going to increase. So that is all my bhavavinna, and I pray to Thakura that gives us the strength to be his sevaka. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. I invite Shri Thakura, Bhai, Ma, and Mas, and all the young aspirants to the upcoming Sangha Puja, which will be held on Sunday, September 28th. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Amaro प्रभु ठाकुर आपण को मध्याह्न भोग पाई निमंत्रण करछि आपण को गृह भोग निवेदन करिवे तापरे समस्त भक्त मान को एठी आसन मंदिर प्रसाद सेवन पाई निमंत्रण करछि जय गुरु तापरे आज प्रभु आपण को संध्या पूजा 6:30 बेले हबो बिजू भाई आपण को संध्या पूजा करिवे एठी मंदिर सेठी आपण को निमंत्रण करछि
जय गुरु आईशी देवी सामल भाई और मोर संघ पूजा पाली अच्छी नेक्स्ट वीक मु श्री ठाकुर महाराज सबू भाई माँ और यंग एस्पिरेंट्स को नेक्स्ट संघ पूजा सेशन 28 सेप्टेम्बर को निमंत्रण करुछि प्रथम अधिवेशन 7:15 ईस्टर्न टाइम रे आरंभ हेबो एवं द्वितीय अधिवेशन 9:30 रे प्रतीक्षा 9:45 रे पर्दा उन्मोचन हेबो संघ पूजा रे जोग दे सेवार सुजोग देबे एवं पूजा को साफल्य मंडित करिवे जय गुरु
जय गुरु प्रभु आज ये युक्ता और शिशु भाई मो हमरो 3 जन कर पाली थिला 900 आज देखुतली 972 session I think already so we are going to reach 1000 pretty soon and some of the times I feel the same mistake we may be making over and over again but we really don't know what those mistakes are sometimes but we still continue to pray for forgiveness that's why we are not improving but so again I'm just following the colloquial things Thakura, I really don't know what mistakes we are making but at your level at the spiritual level the mistakes could be many. So we pray to Prabhu to you and all the Bhakta Bhai mane यदि किसी जाना तो बोले तो इसमें क्षमा करें
जय भाई लिखा हिजबा 976 लिखा हिची संघ पूजा सेशन
976 I was mistake yeah Jai Guru
Jai Guru I hope the count is correct anyway हाँ मैं आरंभ करूँ
जय गुरु
बेरा दुलाबताबा चरण जुगाला देबेरा दुलाबताबा चरण जुगाला कि दिए पूजिबामी किया की संभाला कि दिए पूजिबामी किया की संभाला ए देहा दाना जाना तुम्हारी साकाला ए देहा दाना जाना तुम्हारी साकाला ग्रहण करिया करा जीवन सफला ग्रहण करिया
বলো এই চরাচর বিশ্ব সকলি তোমার এই চরাচর বিশ্ব সকলি তোমার কি ধন তোমারে দিব কি আছে আমার প্রভু কি ধন তোমারে দিব কি আছে আমার কি দিয়ে পুজিব তোমায় দিনহীন আমি কি দিয়ে পুজিব তোমায় দিনহীন আমি যে ধনে পুজিব তোমায় সেই ধন তুমি দেব যে ধনে পুজিব তোমায় সেই ধন তুমি আর কিছু নাই চাই এই নিবেদন আর কিছু নাই চাই এই নিবেদন আর কিছু নাই চাই নিবেদন আর কিছু নাই চাই নিবেদন জন্মে জন্মে এই রূপে দাও দর্শন প্রভু জন্মে জন্মে এই রূপে দাও দর্শন প্রভু জন্মে জন্মে এই রূপে দাও দর্শন জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai.
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 Jai Guru, Jai
Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai.
Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Sakudev, Dev, Kumar, Shri Guru Maharaj, Jai.
Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai.
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଭାଇମାନେ ମାଆମାନେ ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହିବାକୁ କ୍ଲାରିଫିକେସନ ଦେବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ପର୍ଟିକୁଲାର ଯୋଉ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ସଆପ୍ ଗ୍ରୁପ ଗୁଡ଼ା ଅଛି ଗଲାଥର ତ ଆମେ ଡିସାଇଡ୍ କଲେ ଆମେ ପିସି ଡିସାଇଡ୍ କରିଥିଲେ ଗଲାଥର ଆମର ବିଶ୍ୱରଞ୍ଜନ ଭାଇ କ୍ଲିୟର କଲେ ସେ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି କ୍ଲିୟର କଲେ I never knew that there are so many groups anyway and now I'm part of every group ଏଥର ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହିବି ଯେ କହିବା ଦିଟା କଥା କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଗୋଟେ କଥା ହେଲା ମାନେ I know it's a very uncomfortable situation for different groups that I am being part of their group. It's somewhat uncomfortable for me too, just so that you know this. कारण धरନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉଟା ଆପଣ ଚାହୁଁନଥିବେ ସଂଘ କର୍ମକର୍ତ୍ତା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଜାଣନ୍ତିନି ହୁଏତ ୟୁ ଲେଟର ନୋଟିଫାଏ କି କ'ଣ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆପଣ ଚାହୁଁନଥିବେ ସେଟା ଜଣେଇବା ପାଇଁ କିନ୍ତୁ I being part of that group obviously I'll come to know. ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଖାଲି କଥା କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଯେ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ସେମିତି କିଛି ମାନେ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି have a meeting and discuss rather than writing and of course I will not join your meeting just unless you ask me to join I am not going to join your meetings even though you meet via WhatsApp upon meeting kale madhya I will not join just be assured of that unless you ask me to join. ଆଉ ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ କଥା କ୍ଲାରିଫିକେସନ ଦେବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ କିଛି ଡିସ୍କସନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି because I am in that group don't take it granted that I agree to your discussions. So please know that जे कि अपना डॉक्यूमेंट पठेले डिस्कशन चलला हां बोधे तो जानछि जे बोधे ओके विथ दिस डॉक्यूमेंट नो आई एम नॉट because unless it comes to me formally comes to PC formally I will have no comment on that. So I just wanted to clarify that माने भविष्य भाबिबेन जे ब्रजाई तो थिले हम डिस्कशन रे so he is okay with this no so I'll just keep my mouth shut. I am there to शर्त है कहया अनुसार जेमति किछि अबांतर आलोचना इनअप्रोप्रिएट आलोचना न हुए तो सेटा होज मेन रीजन हो जय गुरु. ମିଶିଥାଏ।
अजित भाई, अमिताभ भाई,
जय भाई, अजित भाई प्रेजेंट।
अच्छा जय हाँ अमिताभ भाई।
जयगुरु विषय भी आपन वॉइस था बहुत कम सुबुची।
कम सुबुची?
हां हां माने से जो अजित भाई को सुन परले।
जयगुरु ए सुना हो
टिके बेटर है।
आज्ञा जयगुरु। हां हां जयगुरु। हां अमिताभ भाई, पद्मिनी ना
जयगुरु भाई। जय
आज्ञा आज्ञा। अंजना मा
जयगुरु भाई।
भाई जयगुरु।
अनुप भाई,
भाई जयगुरु।
जय सीता मा
जयगुरु भाई।
हाँ जयगुरु। अश्विनी भाई अच्छे आसना मंदिर रे। बाणी मा बरदा भाई।
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। सोनिया मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। विजय भाई आसना मंदिर अच्छे। विनय भाई, और मा विश्वजीत बेहरा भाई।
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। विश्वरंजन भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। लिपिका मा
जयगुरु भाई।
हाँ जयगुरु। हाँ रोज भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। रश्मि मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। गुंदन भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। पद्मा मा
मा थिले तो
जयगुरु। चिन्मय दास मा
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। डौली मा
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। देव भाई लीना ट्रावेल कर देवाशीष भाई।
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। देवी श्यामल भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु भाई। स्निग्धा मा
जयगुरु भाई।
हाँ जयगुरु। दीप्ति मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। गुरदास भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। सती मा ईश्वर भाई। किशोर भाई।
जयगुरु भाई। जयगुरु भाई।
आज्ञा जयगुरु। संगीता मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। दीक्षिता मा
भाई जयगुरु।
चल महेश भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। रश्मि मा
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। मानस भाई।
जयगुरु भाई ढिले बे तो चलो जयगुरु।
हाँ जयगुरु। मोनालिसा मा निहार भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। अर्पिता मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। निर्लिप्ता मा पल्लविता आश्रम प्रभाकर भाई आश्रम अच्छा। आनिमा प्रवीर भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। मधुश्वेता मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। प्रीति मा रवि भाई। गीता मा रमा भाई।
जयगुरु।
आज्ञा
माँ ज्वाइन करना। जय
आज्ञा। हाँ भाई जयगुरु। जय रमा भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। कल्पना मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। संदीप भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। अंजलि मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। सार्थक भाई।
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। पल्लवी मा
जयगुरु भाई।
जयगुरु। सुभाषिष भाई।
भाई जयगुरु।
जयगुरु। भाई पाली नेक्स्ट वीक आपन तो आसंती प्रति वर्ष प्रति थरक ट्राई
आज्ञा
करिवे।
भाई।
जयगुरु।
आज्ञा भाई।
वेरी नाइस वेरी नाइस। जयगुरु। ଶିବାନୀ ମହାନ୍ତି ମା ମା ଗୀତ ଗାଉଥିଲେ ଆଜି ଜୟଗୁରୁ ବନଲତା ମାଙ୍କୁ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଶିଶିର ଭାଇ ଆଶ୍ରମରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସୋନାଲି ମା
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଅମୃତା ମା ସୁବ୍ରତ ଭାଇ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ
ଜୟ ସୁଶ୍ରୀ ମା
ଭାଇ ଜୟଗୁରୁ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ସୁଧାଂଶୁ ବଳା ମା
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ସୁଧାସିନୀ ମା
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ସୁକାନ୍ତ ଭାଇ
ଭାଇ ଜୟଗୁରୁ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ସୁପ୍ରିୟା ମା
ଭାଇ ଜୟଗୁରୁ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ମା ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟକାନ୍ତ ଭାଇ ସୁକନ୍ୟା ମା ସୁଜିନ୍ଦୁ ଭାଇ शुभेंदु भाई
जयगुरु भाई
जय शिल्पा मा संगीता मा
जयगुरु भाई
जय स्वप्नेश्वर भाई
जयगुरु भाई
जयगुरु उदिता मा
अच्छा भाई जयगुरु
जय तन्वी मा
जयगुरु भाई
जय तारिणी भाई
जयगुरु भाई
आराधना मा
जयगुरु भाई
जयगुरु ठाकुर भाई त्रिनाथ भाई
जयगुरु भाई
हाँ जयगुरु प्रेमदा मा
जयगुरु भाई
माँ जयगुरु उषा मा
जयगुरु भाई
माँ जयगुरु भक्त भाई पूजा मा वेदमती मा सुचिस्मिता मा
जयगुरु भाई
माँ जयगुरु स्वस्तिक भाई स्वयंशु भाई और कहा अटेंडेंस से कहना छड़ चुके
बानी मांग करेले
आज्ञा हाँ हम चेंज कर देंगे
आज्ञा चल
हाँ जयगुरु ଆଉ ଖାଲି କହିବାକୁ ଲାଗୁଥିଲି ମନେ ପକେଇ ଦେଉଛି ଜାଣିଥିବେ ଆପଣମାନେ ଆମର ବାର୍ଷିକ ଉତ୍ସବ ସଂଘର ହେବ ଜାନୁଆରୀ 4 ସଂଘର ବାର୍ଷିକ ଉତ୍ସବ ଜାନୁଆରୀ 4 ରବିବାର ଦିନ ପୌଷ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣିମା ପଡ଼ୁଛି ସେଇ ପୂର୍ବ ମାନେ 2 ଦିନ ଆଗରୁ ଜାନୁଆରୀ 2ରେ ପଡ଼ୁଛି ତେଣୁ ପାଖାପାଖି କରାଯାଏ ନିୟରେଷ୍ଟ ସଣ୍ଡେ ତେଣୁ ଏ ବର୍ଷ ହେଉଛି ଜାନୁଆରୀ 4 ବାର୍ଷିକ ଉତ୍ସବ ଆଉ ଆପଣମାନେ ସେ ଅନୁସାରେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବେ ଲଙ୍ଗ ୱିକେଣ୍ଡ ଅଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ସବୁ ଆଉ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ସବୁ ଆସିବେ ମଧ୍ୟ କହିବେ ଆମକୁ ପ୍ଲିଜ୍ ଟ୍ରାଏ ଟୁ କମ୍ ସଂଘ ବାର୍ଷିକ ଉତ୍ସବକୁ ଜାନୁଆରୀ 4 ରବିବାର ଦିନ ହେବ ସକାଳେ ଏହା ଥିଲା ହଉ ଆଉ କାହାର କିଛି ପଚାରିବାର ଅଛି କହିବାର ଅଛି
ଭାଇ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ମୁଁ ସ୍ୱାସ୍ଥ୍ୟ କହୁଥିଲି ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ମାଇକ୍ର ଇସ୍ୟୁ ଥିଲା
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସ୍ୱସ୍ତିକ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଆଜ୍ଞା ହଁ ହଉ